be doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who'd have been older.
The big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right.
15 and 22. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now I can kind of see why he's probably not claiming it, because it looks bad on his reputation, because he has a history. Like if you look at like even Beyonce, like he was in his 30s and Beyonce was barely 19.
Jay-Z's alleged son, Rymir Satterthwaite, just caught another big win. 50 Cent has now stepped in and officially offered to help him sue Jay-Z. And get this, it happened just days after a judge gave Rymir the green light to keep pushing forward with his case. Now Jay-Z is sweating bullets. Instead of simply taking a DNA test that could shut all this down, he's out here dropping wild statements and accusing Rymir of harassing him for years. His legal team is even threatening to drag Rymir into court and expose what they claim are lies. But why not just take the test if there's nothing to hide? Here's where things take a seriously shady turn. Word is, the real reason Jay-Z has been dodging the DNA test might have to do with how old Rymir's mom was when they met. Rymir claims his mother, Wanda, wasn't even a legal adult when a 22-year-old Jay-Z allegedly got her pregnant.
How old was she when you were born?
15 going on 16.
And everything saying that they had met. Now, how old was Jay-Z at the time?
I think like 22.
Now everyone's wondering what's Jay really trying to cover up. And don't forget, this isn't Jay's first time getting dragged into something serious. Remember when one of Diddy's accusers said that both Jay-Z and Diddy messed with her when she was just 13? Yet, that same woman ended up dropping her lawsuit, but now she's back and making it crystal clear. She never took back her accusations against Jay-Z or Diddy. She claims the only reason she let go of the case was because Jay allegedly sent private investigators to scare her into silence. This is getting way deeper than anyone expected, and the questions just keep piling up. Now, here's what's really shady. Most major media outlets are straight up ignoring this whole situation. It's wild. Big platforms like TMZ and the Shade Room aren't touching the Rymir story at all. And you don't have to take anyone's word for it. Go check their sites yourself. Search Rymir's name, nothing comes up. This drama has been trending for weeks, but these big-name celeb news outlets are pretending it doesn't even exist. Same thing happened with that Jane Doe case. They all went silent. Not even a peep when, just last week, a judge tossed out Jay-Z's defamation lawsuit against Tony Busby, the attorney representing Jane Doe. So yeah, a lot of stuff is getting swept under the rug, and let's be honest, most bloggers out here are scared to say a word against Jay-Z. They don't want that smoke. But guess who's not scared? 50 Cent. He recently roasted Jay for ducking that DNA test. And now there's word that 50 actually reached out to Rymir and offered him his whole legal team to back him up. That's right, 50 is stepping all the way in, and you can tell it's shaking Jay up, because his lawyers are moving fast, trying to shut this case down before it gains more traction. They've already kicked off a PR campaign to paint Rymir as some unhinged guy just chasing clout.
The court documents submitted on June 16th, Jay-Z slams a recent lawsuit that Rymir and Lily filed against him as just the latest in what he says has been decades-long harassment. The documents read, "The fabricated allegations and claims have been addressed."
But think about it, if Jay's really innocent, why spend all this time and money in court instead of just taking a quick cheap DNA test? It doesn't add up. Right now, Rymir's got the advantage, and with receipts dropping and 50 Cent in his corner, things are looking rough for Jay-Z.
Teach me, Father. I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like it's not as far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. Seeing a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair.
Let's break down 50 Cent's role in all this, because he's not just watching from the sidelines. He jumped straight into the middle of the drama between Jay-Z and his alleged son, Rymir. It all started with a classic troll. 50 went on Instagram and pointed out how Jay and Ree look alike. He wasn't subtle about it either. But 50 didn't stop there. He's now making serious moves behind the scenes. Insiders say 50 actually reached out to Ree directly and offered him the full support of his legal team. And if that wasn't enough, 50 posted a cryptic message on IG that got everyone talking. A good lawyer knows the law. A great lawyer knows the judge. That one post shook the internet, and you already know Jay's team felt the hit. Until now, Ree's case was basically buried. The mainstream media barely acknowledged it, but ever since 50 jumped in, everything flipped. Suddenly, Jay's legal team is scrambling, rushing to get ahead of the headlines and shut down the lawsuit before it blows up even more. Jay recently filed fresh court documents asking the judge to throw out Rhys' case altogether. In the docs obtained by Us Weekly, Jay claims this lawsuit is just the latest chapter in what he calls dick harassment. His lawyers argue that Rhys' claims are false and that multiple courts have already rejected them. They even say Rhys has been hit with a contempt order for refusing to let it go. But here's the twister: his former legal guardian, Dr. Lily Coley, who also happens to be a paralegal, is not staying quiet. She fired back, accusing Jay of flat-out lying in his latest court filing. According to Dr. Coley, the story was never fabricated. Wanda's affidavit has been on record for years and has never been withdrawn. So now, we've got dueling court claims, celebrity interference, and a legal war heating up. Dr. Coley made it crystal clear her account is the foundation of how Rhys even found out about his possible connection to Jay-Z. She also called out DJ's team for spreading lies, stating that the claim about Rhys being held in contempt of court is completely false. According to her, no one tied to the case, Raya, his late mother Wanda, or herself, has ever been found in contempt. But here's the biggest bombshell she dropped. The issue of Rhys' paternity has never actually been resolved in court. That's right, no final decision, no full discovery hearing, and definitely no DNA test. Dr. Coley said, there has never been a discovery, hearing, or final ruling that resolves the paternity or other issues. These facts continue to be overlooked in public narrative, and she's not wrong. Most people don't even realize this has never been properly addressed. Another major point being ignored is the age of Rhys' late mother, Wanda, at the time she got pregnant. That part of the story keeps getting swept under the rug. If the timelines are accurate, the situation looks seriously questionable. Let's rewind for a second. Rhys first hit the public radar in 2015, after news broke that he had filed a paternity suit against Jay-Z the year before, in 2014. Back then, he and Dr. Coley filed their first official complaint, and that's when things started getting shady in court. According to Dr. Coley, that complaint was shut down almost immediately, and not for any legitimate reason. She claims Jay-Z and his attorney, Lisa Fisher, brought false and fraudulent information into the courtroom to get it thrown out, but Rhys didn't back down. By 2018, he came back swinging, filing new documents accusing Jay of using his celebrity power and wealth to dodge a paternity test. Now this is where things get really dark. Rhys kept getting blocked in court, and it wasn't by accident. The judge was reportedly told that Rhys' biological father had already been confirmed, but when Rhys finally obtained a copy of his own birth certificate, there was no father listed at all. So how was the case dismissed so quickly? Then came the ultimate betrayal. Rhys discovered that some individuals on his own legal team were secretly working behind the scenes with Jay-Z's lawyers. In an interview with The Sun, Rhys said he never even had a fair shot in court because of all the legal mistakes and shady moves happening behind his back. Straight up malpractice. He also revealed that his late mother, Wanda, first told him Jay-Z was his father when he was around 8 years old. Wanda claims she and Jay had a brief fling in 1992 at his aunt's apartment in the Brooklyn projects. She said they used protection, but it failed. After that night, Jay ghosted her. She never saw him again and had no way to get in touch. But 2010, Wanda's health began to deteriorate, and that's when Dr. Lily Coley stepped in and was granted custody of Rhys. Coley also spoke with The Sun, revealing that Wanda became pregnant shortly after meeting Jay when she was just 15 or 16 years old. That detail alone adds a whole new layer to the story, but it gets even more disturbing. According to a 2018 lawsuit refiled in Philadelphia, Jay-Z's attorney had Wanda sign legal documents while she was in the hospital recovering from a medically induced coma. Those documents reportedly removed Dr. Coley's name from the petition without consent and for shady reasons. That sneaky move ended up getting the entire case thrown out. Rhys' family said they had never seen that kind of dirty play in court before, and they were devastated. But the drama didn't stop there. Things got even darker when Rhys and Dr. Coley appeared on Hip Hop News Uncensored and revealed something shocking. Rhys was shot after filing his lawsuit against Jay-Z.
Rymir was shot at somewhere in September. He was in the parking lot with other people near where he's at living now. And out of all the cars there, his was the only one shot up. So we believe that was a nexus or a connection, I believe, between the case and what's going on, because it was around the time.
Yeah, you read that right, Shot. And to make matters worse, Lily said that around the same time, random people started showing up at her house, trying to intimidate her into staying silent.
In addition to that, we've had people come to my home in the past, driving on the grass. We have people knocking on the door at 4 o'clock in the morning. We've been through all of it, mostly around the filing time.
This isn't just a paternity case anymore, it's turning into something far more dangerous and twisted. Lily Coley made it clear. This fight isn't just about Jay-Z anymore. It's about challenging the system and calling out how the rich and powerful can manipulate the legal game in their favor.
So this is a bigger picture than this. We want to try to make a difference with the Pro Se Act or the Legal Abuse Act, bringing new legislation and trying to sit down at the table with the lawmakers to make a difference. In addition to the fact, because, you know, like you said before, Mr. Carter might not never do anything, and I'm sure he probably won't, but it ain't about him. This is about the system allowing things to happen that were very agreed and put our lives at stake in some regards. So I just wanted to say that's what another reason why we were still going to the criminal stuff for the second time. This time the prosecutor's office locally did get involved, but everything is slow moving and things are happening, and you know, it's corruption going on. Law says in New Jersey that if the person who resists to take the test is presumed the father. That's what the law says. Here in New Jersey, anybody who don't want to do it and go away from doing it or prevents from doing it is presumed the father. So right now he's presumed the father. He's not even alleged.
She's standing firm, saying this case is about pushing for new laws that actually protect people no matter how much money or status someone has. Meanwhile, Ree has officially filed a new lawsuit, this time against the New Jersey court system and multiple judges. He's accusing them of working with Jay-Z for over a decade to sabotage his paternity cases. According to the lawsuit, Jay lied under oath by claiming he didn't own any property in New Jersey, which made it appear that the court had no jurisdiction over him. But guess what? Ree's team came with receipts. They say they found property, deeds and tax records showing Jay-Z's name attached to properties in New Jersey, proving he wasn't telling the truth. The complaint even calls out 6 different judges, accusing them of helping Jay by repeating the false claim that he didn't have any property in the state. According to Ree, Jay used his money and fame to pull strings and get all of Ree's past cases thrown out or denied without a fair shot. And it gets even scarier. The lawsuit claims that after Ree began speaking out publicly, his car was shot at by unknown individuals. Dr. Coley and Ree also say they were being followed in their own neighborhood, with cars even driving onto their lawn at 4 o'clock in the morning. They both believe these intimidation tactics came from Jay-Z's team. And now, they're not just suing Jay, they're going after the court system itself. They're accusing judges and legal officials of violating their constitutional rights and preventing Ree from getting the answers he deserves. In a recent sit-down with Tasha K., Ree and Dr. Coley once again confirmed the most disturbing part of this entire situation. Wanda, Ree's mom, was only around 15 or 16 years old when she got pregnant by Jay-Z, who was 22 at the time. Ree also explained how the court originally tried to dismiss his paternity case by arguing that, since no father was listed on the birth certificate, the case couldn't move forward. But with all the new evidence, he's not letting that excuse slide anymore. Ree even took a DNA test with the man listed on his birth certificate, and guess what? It proved that man wasn't his father.
Now, you know, I'm not a lawyer. They try to use all type of things, ratio the cards and all type of things to say, hey, whoever was on his birth certificate, that was the, you know what I mean? That was the dad. And that's not how the course works. So we did everything we had to do to, you know, show them that that wasn't. The person I was calling my pop took the DNA test. It was straight out there. Only other name was Jay-Z. They basically just sawed it and skedaddle. They try to use all this craziness to hold the case up, and I'm like, well, damn, if this was anybody else, I'm like, all right, the first 2 years.
They would have ordered them by now. They do that. Especially, like hey, take the test. Hell, in most cases, you can start drawing child support without a goddamn paternity. It makes them want to come do it.